Hello students, good morning to all of you. My name is Dr. Anjali Daud and I am an assistant professor in English. Today I was asked to conduct one lecture or one video lecture for you guys for the students of 11th standard English medium students. So I know you all aware about the subject and the syllabus, but here I would like to tell you something about the deleted topics about the English core subject. Here you can see that in writing skills, these are the topics which are not included or which are deleted in your syllabus. So the first one is classified advertisements. Later, the second, suppose that is the advertisements are not there. Then later to the editor. Okay, so there are different types of letters, that is the giving suggestions and opinion on issue and provide realistic context in the form of newspaper report. So letters and reports are also not there. So that is also good thing for you. An article to which the students may respond and the response of the article which are also not included in your syllabus. Now look at the application for a job with biodata and resume. In short, biodata and resume is not there. Then after the articles and report writing and narrative writing are also not there. So these are the writing skills things, grammar sections and writing sections are not included by the MHRD. Okay. Now look at the grammar portion. Which are the grammar portions which are not there? Okay, please do remember this models and clauses, change the voice, error collection, editing tasks, close passages. These are not included in grammar sections. But I suggest you that if after completing your 11th standard course, you just go through it once. It will be helpful for your 12th standard classes. Okay. Now let's move to the literature portion. In literature, you have two books. One is Hornbills and one is Snapshot. So some of the chapters are not included and are deleted from the course. And the first one is Father to Son, and the second one is Adventure. And if you are talking about the second book, that is the Snapshot, so the first one is The Guard of the Only Bird and The Tale of Malone City. So these are the things from literature, grammar and writing section are not available and are not included, are deleted from your syllabus. Okay. So here I would like to tell you something about, the uh, importance of English. Right? I know that I have heard and I have noticed that I have 6 and 7 years of teaching experience, and I have noticed that many of the students, though they are from English medium students, they are unable to speak, and most probably they can speak but they cannot communicate and they cannot express themselves in English language. Why? Because you are not giving importance of English language right now. I know the other subjects are very important, but I hope from this video at least you try to start speaking and try to practicing English at your home. Why? Because today I am going to tell you something about the importance of English language in your life. Okay. Why this is important? Because in your life, if you communicate in English, if you know the subject and if you know the English language, your life will be something else and you will enjoy the whole life after the completion of your education. Okay. Now look at some points which I have noticed that which is very important for for knowing English language. The first and foremost thing is that we all know that English is considered as a global language, and sometimes we are using that the English is a universal language. Why? Because all over the world, maximum 67 countries in all over the world, 67 countries are speaking English as a first or a second language. If you are talking about our country, India, English is a second language and our mother tongue is your first language. It doesn't mean that I am telling you that don't speak Gujarati or don't speak your mother tongue. Speak your mother tongue, but you have to understand and you have to learn and you have to acquire the knowledge of English language because it is universally accepted in all over the planet. Okay, why? Because you know that the millions of people in all over the world are speaking English and learning English. About billions of people because English is most commonly spoken language, and I think billions of people in all over the world are speaking English language. Okay. Now, what are the uses and why I am forcing you? I'm not forcing you, but I am just giving the information and some point. I would like to focus on some point that which will give you the knowledge that why English is very important. So the first and foremost what I think is that the opportunity. It will give you the opportunity in your future life. It will give you the good career. If you want a luxurious life, then you must know the English language. Now, how it related to English? That if you know the English language, you will get the education, you will get the knowledge, you will get a good career, and if you have a good career, then you get the good money, and if you have a good money, then you can have a good luxurious life, delicious food on table, and etc. So the first and foremost thing is that learning English language is that it will get the opportunity to you. Now, it doesn't mean that America and other countries, the Western countries, are pushing it on us. It is not pushing it. They are not pushing it us, but we are pulling it. Why? Because it is a global and a universal language. Why you have to learn this language? Because you will get the recognition by knowing and by learning this language not only on the national level but also on international level. By knowing this language, you can get the education. If you are talking about right now, that if you are taking any subject of yours, 11th standard, the whole subjects and the whole CBS, yeah, social science or maths or physics, these all educational books and magazines are in English. So to acquire knowledge and to acquire education, you must know the English language. I think it offers treasures of knowledge. In short, if you want to have a treasures of knowledge, then you must know the English language, right? In many countries, that they write their books and magazines and articles in their mother tongue, but you can have that book in translated version in English so that you can learn and that knowledge and that education also. Now move to the next thing, that if you are talking about the social networking side, you pick up any application or any phone, any Google, you can go there, Twitter and Instagram. The most common language is used is English, because whenever you go, that is the option only, the English. So for social networking side, for communicating with each other, and to invite or to have a connection with the other people on social networking site, you must know the English language. Though if you are a friend from out of country and if you don't know the mother tongue of them, if you know the Gujarati, the common language, the both person can speak with the English language, and you can connect with all over the world in on global area. For your economic growth, अगर आपको economic growth करना है, then you must know your business, your international business, for your international business, you must have the knowledge of English language so that you can go out of country and you can have your international business. I hope you understand these topics and these things, that this is not a bookish knowledge, that English, acquiring the knowledge of English subject is not a bookish. After completing your 11th and 12th standard, whenever you go in bachelor and whenever you go in master, you must have this English language. There is a different kind of subjects are there, as a communication skills or soft skills and CPDP. The different names are given to the English subjects, which is very compulsory subjects. And that time, this give you the knowledge of communication, that after, if you know the subject, if you don't have the thorough knowledge of your subject, but you are unable to express it, that what is the meaning of that knowledge, right? So why I am telling you, I know that the other subjects are very important for you, but to become expertise in that, to become a knowledgeable in that subject, and to get recognition in all over the world, to become famous and to get the fame and name in all over the world, you must know the English language. Now, let's talk about that. How will you learn any language, or most probably right now I'm talking about English language. Then how will you learn? So there are four skills are there important. So right now these are the four skills, that is listening, speaking, reading, and writing skill. This is called, in a short form we can say that LSRW skill. If you know these four skills, then you are able to learn anything. Okay. Now, remember, while learning a new language, how will you start? I know you are not a new, this English is not a new for you, but if you start from this technique, what I am telling you, that you can be a good and fluent speaker of English. Okay. Now, how will you learn a new language? Like a baby, when you are a newborn baby, you cannot understand your mother tongue even. So that time your mom didn't tell you, then take the pen and pencil, read the newspaper. No, that is not the first skill that you learn. The first skill that you learn is the listening. That the first they try to listen the words which is spoken by your mother, which is spoken by your siblings. Okay, by listening the language, you can understand and try to repeating that word in your mother tongue. Okay, so start listening English language. Right. Then after they start speaking, and then comes reading and writing. So which skill comes first? According to this this stage, the first skill comes the listening skill. Then when you listen, you give feedback. Then you start talking. You give the reply. So then comes the speaking, and then after comes the reading, and then comes the writing. Right. So these are the steps that you have to learn any language. Okay. So now look at this diagram. Here you can see that these are the things that listening, speaking are used a lot, right? How will you use? So the first things that 45% of things we have to speak, listen, 45%. Then 30% we have to speak, 16% we have to reading, and 9% we have to write. So are you doing this according to this percentage? Please ask yourself. You are doing 45% of listening, 30% of speaking, 16% of reading, and 99% of writing. Please ask yourself. And if you are not doing like this, then you are going on a wrong way. That you are unable to speak fluent, and you can but I don't know what you are doing, but I hope this video will be helpful to you. So now let's talk about the first skill, that is the listening skill. So what do you mean by listening? Listening means to listen something and receiving information. Right? One person asked me about what is the difference between listening and hearing. There is a vast difference between listening and hearing. Listening means receiving information and getting the knowledge of that information. Right? If you are talking about hearing is just a organ, right? It's just an action by using your by using your organ, by we hear through our ears, right? So hearing is just the action. So just to perceive a sound in your ears, right? This is just an action. But when you are saying, are you listening? Means, are you concentrating on the thing which you are listening, or from which you are getting the information? So listening is a skill. It's a different. There is a difference between listening and hearing. Yeah, here it comes that paying close attention is important to listening. I told you that listening and hearing just to perceive a sound through your organ of ear, right? And listening is just a close attention. Paying a close attention is important. Okay? Knowing something about the subject improves your listening. Okay, when you know something and you start listening, that it improves your listening skill. Now, how will you improve your listening skill, right? So, when I was going through my Facebook, I heard one video, and I have noticed that a good listener is the very good quality of any person. If you are a good listener, then you can do anything in your life. So, first try to become a good listener. So, how will you do this? Watch English movies, right? Have you listen, watch English movies, English albums, right? So don't try to read the sentences which are given at the bottom of the screen. Don't do this. Try to learn, listen it. Okay. There are so many audios are available on the net also, Google also. You can go, and if you want, then just comment on a box so that I'll give you some names also, so that you can get the audio from that. So listen and watch English movies that can teach you lots of conversational English, right? Sometimes we have a problem that we don't know. We know English, we read English, we write English, but we don't listen and we don't speak. This is that these two skills are lacking. So today I'm telling you the same thing. Okay. So what you do, choose your own favorite film. I have a paper and pen ready, and as you want to make, I note down useful word and try to use it in speaking skill. Right now, let's turn to the speaking skill. Now, speaking is most often used communication skill. If you know listening, then it will come to speaking. That speaking is part of being a good listener. I told you earlier, if you are a good listener, then you can be a fluent and correct speaker and good speaker, and it offers a good feedback, right? Now, how will you speak? Now, so many students have problems that we are unable to speak, though we know the grammar, tenses, present tense, all the tense and tenses and grammar and all you know, but you are unable to speak. Why? Because you are not practicing. This is very old quote and old proverb is that practice makes man perfect. So that's why I am telling you, practice it at home. You are from English medium students, so start practicing at home. And another question will arise that, ma'am, we are speaking in English, but my father and my mother, my siblings are unable to understand it, and they are not able to speak in English. They are not knowing the English language. So what should I told you? I told you that speak in English. Don't ask for the reply from your mother. You speak in English, and from your speaking, they learn some of the vocabulary, some of the words, and one day they also use that word in your speaking also. So if you start speaking, then start speaking at your home. Use one word, then start with a single sentence, then start with the 2-3 lines. Then this is the way that you can speak in English. Okay. The second option you can do that sometimes some people are very introvert. They are very introvert, so they are not able to speak in front of others. So start thinking. Start think in English. Now, how will you start think in English? Now, this is the question also, that whatever thoughts are coming in your mind, that you have to think that thought in English. Okay, understand? Let me give an example. If you are sitting somewhere in your drawing room and you think that I'm getting bored, right? मैं बोर हो रहा हूँ. आपने क्या बोला? हिंदी में बोला, right? मैं बोर हो रहा हूँ, right? Now you are talking with yourself in English or thinking in yourself in English. Just think that I'm getting bored, yeah. So if you are making mistake in your sentence, you again, you know writing, you know reading, so you know this is the grammatical mistake, then you automatically change your word and automatically change your sentence. So start speaking and start speaking to yourself or start thinking in English. This is the best way of speaking in English. Start speaking in English with your friends. And I hope that start speaking in English at home is the best practice, because you know that you are the only king, that you know the English. Your mom and dad will not, so they will not laugh at you and they will not find you are any mistake. So that is a very good thing. Right now, right second, from right now, I insist, and this is my humble request to all of you, please start speaking in English with your, if you are many small things, start conversation with your friends. Hi, how are you? What's up? So there are so many words are coming you in dictionary, so you can also use that words also, so you can build vocabulary also. So this is about speaking skill. I hope you understand. Now let's move to the second one. Now, watch English movie. What I told you that one. What will you learn from that? This is the benefits that, so you share culture, experience with other, opportunity to spend time together. You can also watch TV together and learn something and teach important values and life lessons. Right? So this can be helpful. Now let's talk about reading skill. Now, reading is a principal means of acquiring information. So now, see here the meaning of the reading skill. This is the acquiring information. Right now, you all are doing in other subjects. If you are talking about physics, if you are talking about chemistry or math, you are just acquiring information because you are using the reading skill. But what is the importance of acquiring information? Previously, I give you the example that if you have lots of knowledge, if you are expertise in your subject, but if you are unable to express this, what is the meaning of that information and what is the meaning of that knowledge? So reading skills comes last, right? At second last it comes. So what is the important? Acquiring information, but to express that knowledge, which language do you need? That is the English language. Okay. You may read materials. Now I will use read print forms and computer screens. Reading allows you to control the flow of information. Now, so you get so many information. How will you have the habit of reading and have the vocabulary? You can read the children's books, simplified readers, newspaper, internet site, novels, stories. Right? There are so many things. Now let's talk about writing. Now, writing is very important. How to learn writing and spelling, right? So, keep a diary or a journal. So, whatever the daily life and whatever the thoughts are coming in your mind, so you just take a pen and paper, write down on it. Write emails in English. Start writing. Rewrite your local news in English, right? सब वो सब भी आप कर सकते हो in writing. Okay. Now look at here. What are these three skills and how will you acquire these three skills? So the first one is listening. Listening is through your ears. Reading is through your eyes. If you listen, then out speaking is come out from your mouth. Okay, and writing. This is the writing is through your hands. So these are the inputs of the four skills. Now look at here. This is how we use our four basic skills, right? So listen, the most probably we are using reading skill at 40%, writing skill at 30%, speaking skill at 9%, and listening skill as 16%. Why I'm telling you? Because this is the way that we have to use this skill, but we are not using. We are opposite. We are doing opposite of it. Okay, listening we are doing 9%. Sorry, 16% ले लेते हैं. Speaking we are 9%. Speaking नहीं करते, reading we are 40%, writing we are doing 35%. So that is why we are least use of these two skills. That's why we are very weak in English language, in expressing your language. So I hope you understand that. Now you have to do these things according to this percentage. And so after completing your bachelor's, your master's, I hope you will become a master on English language. Okay. Now let's talk about some reasons that why I am telling you that English is very important. So if you have a good command over English, that because it's a very essential in every walks of life. Wherever you go, English must is that. Okay. uh, if you are hired in company and if you are having a good command over English, then you will be hired in national or international level, and you will get the opportunity everywhere if you have command over English. It helps us to communicate, right? If you have a knowledge of English, you can communicate official communication. You can do कर सकते हो आप official communication. So for communication, you can use this English language. The fourth reason is that you can see things in 100 different ways. Right? English is that language. There is a wide range of vocabulary, and every year there are so many vocabulary and words from different languages are included in English. That because it is accepted. All the words, so many Indian words, Hindi words, and French words are included in the vocabulary. So that's why there are 100 different ways of words and vocabularies are available in English language. Now, English is necessary in everyone's life. Now, you know that nowadays that the whole world become one, and in that sense that the English is necessary in everyone's life. It helps you to understand other language. Okay, if you know the English language, then you can also learn other language. And that the things will be given in French. If you want to learn a French language, the instructions and some ideas are given in English, then so that you can learn that other language. It's really flexible. In the English is very flexible, and it is the language of internet, right? That you know that English is international language, and language of internet. Wherever you go, if you are talking about any web series, Google, Instagram, any social networking site, you find this language. English is a common language. So I hope you understand this, and you like this video. Please comment on it and like and share as much as you can. If you have any questions, you just comment me. I would like to try to give you reply. And thank you so much. Have a nice day, and I hope you like it. Okay, I hope you like it, and have a good day. Stay safe and stay strong. Thank you.